Hello everyone, and welcome to a video where I'm at a different little angle here, and it's just where I'm at right now. And also, I need to know, do you guys like these videos? Do you still want these videos from me? Please let me know. It's one of those things where like views in like a monetary sense and all of that, like a numerical sense, like I don't care here. But it is more so that like I want you to enjoy the videos that I'm making, and I know these videos, when I publish them, they tend to do poorly, but then later on they get the most views out of any of the videos that I put out on this channel. So I don't know, like, they're clearly being enjoyed, but like, do you guys enjoy them? Do you want them? I just need some reassurance that you guys still enjoy these videos, because I feel like it's very repetitive of me. But like, if you all enjoy watching these videos, I have absolutely no problem making them. I'm gonna build a binder regardless of whether I film it or not. So like, if you guys enjoy watching them, I can certainly continue doing so, but maybe I just need to change the format of the videos, you know, and that is fine if that is the case. So just let me know your thoughts down below. Constructive criticism, I will happily take that. So either way, I've got my binder here for Temporal Forces. Yes, the newest set from Pokemon to come out. And I am going to build my binder with you guys. So I have all of the cards that I got out of my first booster box, or the only booster box that I will open for this set. Just, you know, with the way that Scarlet and Violet sets have been going since they released, it's just not, you know, if I had all the money in the world, I guess I wouldn't care, but like, as someone who doesn't have all the money in the world, I need to be smarter than buying a booster box where chances are I'm never going to get a return on that in terms of which cards I pull. So either way, my only booster box that I have opened of this set, and everything is a mess in the sense that it's all just in one big stack that is organized kind of by how I do it when I'm filming the videos. You know, I just put everything, the energies, the code cards, the commons, the uncommons, those go into one big stack, the holos, the reverses, and then in a separate stack I put basically reverse rare and above. So reverse rares, ultra rares, you know, like the EX cards, and then the full arts, the illustration rares, the special illustration rares, just so I can show you guys those in a recap in the video where I opened up the cards. But then from there, you know, I need to organize for a binder. So in order to do so, the way that I do it is that I separate out all of the cards into their respective piles. Yes, so we have got a pile for the black sleeve cards. I have different sleeves that I use, so I use ones that have a black backing. I just think they look clean and fancy in my binder to match the black backing of the binder. So basically ultra rares and above, so EX cards, full arts, illustration rares, special illustration rares. If I pulled one of those will go into a special black sleeve. Anything else shiny goes into a quote-unquote penny sleeve. I use the perfect fit sleeves. I think they're called perfect size sleeves from Japan. I get them on Amazon in bulk. I get all of my supplies from Amazon for anyone who's curious, and I put all of those into a pile so that I can sleeve all of those up. So we're talking reverse holos, we are talking holos, and then anything above that, including if I got a duplicate ultra rare, like if I pulled two of the same EX card, one of those will be put into a black sleeve and then one of them will go into the perfect size sleeve. So that's just how I personally do it. You can do it however you want, but that's how I organize those things. And then even within that, so you know, sometimes I'll just separate out into a black sleeve pile, a perfect size pile, and then the rest of them in a pile, and then, you know, energies and code cards. But this time around I went ahead and did a pile for the black sleeve cards, I did a pile for the reverse holos, a pile for the holos, a pile for the code cards, a pile for the energies, and then a pile for the commons and uncommons. So once I go ahead and organize all of those out, you know, get them into their nice little piles, looking nice, I can go ahead and recycle the code cards, because I've already given those away to you guys in the video, in the original unboxing video or opening video. And then the energies I put into my bulk here, my storage. I just put them into old tins and whatnot. I don't know, I should probably just recycle them too. It's not like they're worth anything, but for some reason I have a hard time getting rid of them. But either way, then we go ahead and we can sleeve up our cards. So like I said, I put everything into the different piles. I can put all of my special nice cards into their black sleeves, and then I can go ahead and put other nice shiny cardboard into my perfect size sleeves and just make sure those are protected right away. Yeah. And then I go ahead and take my reverse holos and I order those numerically. So Pokemon has the set number in the bottom left corner of their cards, and then I just go ahead and it says what card number each one is out of the set number. I just order them numerically. Easy peasy, simple pimple, however you want to say it. And if the pile of reverses or whatever is a little too big for me to do in my hand fan that I do of the cards, I sometimes will organize them out into energy colors just to make it a little easier for me to organize those, since not only does Pokemon number things numerically, but they also organize things based on energies. So they always will have all of the grass Pokemon together, and then all of the fire Pokemon together, all of the water Pokemon together. I mean, it depends, like in the 151 set they obviously did it differently, but other than that, that's normally how they organize their card sets. And then once I have done that, those can kind of go to the side since those will go in the back of my binder. But then the ultra rares that I have done, be it in a black sleeve or a perfect size sleeve, whatever I've got, so holos, ultra rares, all of that, the ones that go in the main portion of the binder, so like the EX cards mainly, and then, well, no, I suppose the ultra rares and above too end up being in the main set. So yeah, I just put those all in order numerically as well, and then I can get those separated out into the respective energy piles that they will go into. I also had a big problem with this set in getting a lot of like dinged up cards. I don't know what it is, like regardless of what product I opened, be it a booster box or be it, a Elite Trainer box, the Build and Battle boxes, my cards, a lot of them came really dinged in this set. So normally I wouldn't have to be on the lookout for tons of those, like maybe one or two. This time around I had to be a bit more diligent and vigilant and make sure that I got those out, because I don't want those in my binder, the dinged cards. I'm hoping I'll pull a better version of those cards at some point, but yeah, those will have to go somewhere, probably just in recycling. But then once I get those all separated out, into their respective energy piles, like I said, Pokemon for the longest time has been doing the energies in the same order, so it'll, for the most part, so far it's always been grass, then fire, then water, then electric, then psychic, then ground. I think we go into dark, and it all gets a little muddy from there, but then it ends on the colorless and then the trainers, and I just kind of sort those all from in there. Lately, if it's been, because a lot of times it'll just be, like spanning 10 numbers, maybe going up into the 20s. So like the grass Pokemon, will be from cards 1 to 20 or something, or 1 to 15. That's easy enough for me to organize just in one hand. But a lot of times now it's like that'll be the case for most of them, but like 2 of the energy piles for one set, like the fighting and the psychic or something, will be spanning like 30, or I don't think it's ever gotten to 40 numbers, but like spanning a huge range of numbers here. That's too much for my one little hand to handle. I shouldn't say little hand, I actually have quite large hands, and it's too much for my hand to handle. So I go ahead and I've been separating those out into, I can't think of what the word would be, not decades, but like in tens. So I, if I've got these cards numerically, I've got 1 through 10, and then we've got 11 through 20, and so on and so forth. I separate them out into piles like that, and then organize within there numerically, and then I just stick those stacks together. So I mean, it's just whatever works the best for you. However it's easiest for you to numerically organize things, that's just how I do it. That's how I've been doing it lately. So there you go, just so you know. It can get a little tedious, yeah, but I mean, I just put on either some music or my favorite podcast or something, and it's a nice zen time for me, and it's fun to finally get these things organized. So once I've got everything into piles and everything, that is that, and I can show you things going into the binder. So Cassie of the future can go ahead and take things away for the rest of this video, except for the outro, but either way, I'll let her take care of things here. Alright, my friends, let's go. Got all the organizing in this sense done. We've got all of our regular cards. We've got all of our reverse holos. Now we're going to go into the binder. I personally, I'm doing my trademarked, it's not trademarked, but we're doing my sticky notes with my labeling, my pen, one of my favorite pens, the Sharpie S Gel. And then I'm going to be using the Temporal Forces Player's Guide. You can use any kind of online checklist or whatever that you like. There are plenty of free and good ones online. I, just for ease of use, am going to be using the player's guide that comes with an ETB. So you can see inside of here it has listed in numerical order the whole set, so you'll be able to know exactly where each of these cards is going to go and which one is missing. My favorite binders to use are Ultra Pro binders. I use the ones that have the holds 360 cards, so it's a 9 pocket. I thought this color matched the Walking Wake type of a color, you know, for the theme. You know, they also make these with different prints and stuff on them, but I didn't have one that really matched the set theme here, so plain it is, and I will litter this with stickers on my own time at some point when I find ones that I like. Yes, we'll get the cards a little bit more out of the way so I can open this up, get the protective sheet out of the way, and then as you can see, it's just got these nice black backed pages to it. So, to begin, reverse holos for me go at the end, so we will put those aside until we need them. And I suppose the rest of these cards, it doesn't matter if you can see them or not. We'll just focus on having the binder on the screen for now, and like I said, our checklist. So, our first page holds 9 cards, so we will be going through number 9 here. I have no idea if I have all 9, but let's find out. So we have number 1 in the set, Scyther here. You can see down at the bottom where it's got the set name and then the number out of how many are in the set. So we'll slide you on in, Scyther, to slot number 1. We've got Pineco up next. I do always put 3 of non-sleeved cards into a slot. I just find that that way, you know, I've got the extra for my emotional well-being. And then also I find that then when I'm flipping through the pages, they don't slide out as much. I find that when there's just one card in there, a lot of times it'll slide out of there when I'm flipping through pages, and I don't like that. So I put up to 3 of the non-sleeved cards, and for cards that are sleeved, I put up to 2 in each slot. So just so you know why I do that, it's just a personal preference here. You can do whatever you would like, but we are going to go ahead and keep on keeping on with filling up our pages here. So moving into number 5, Shift Tree. Am I going to be able to fill up this first page? Let's find out. Number 6, Shroomish. We've got number 7, Breloom here. In you go, buddy. Then we have got number 8. We do. Okay, so we've got the full first page. This does not always happen, let me tell you. But there's number 8, and then we've got number 9, Roserade here. So, first page is complete. Yay, easy enough. Mainly because there were no holos or ultra rares that needed to be on that page. Then we can flip over, and now we'll do the next 9. So, we've got Turtwig to start things off, number 10. Grottle is number 11. In you go. Ah, but see, number 12 we are missing. Shaman is the next one that I have, and Shaman is number 13. So, we will leave a space for number 12, and then in we go with number 13, Shaman. Number 14, Cottony. Number 15, Whimsicott. Number 16, Deerling. 17 goes to Sawsbuck. And then number 18, as you can see here, apparently I got 4 different Grubbins. So I basically just pick out the ones that I think look the best. And you know what? They honestly all look the same. None of them have any weird cuts to them, or nicks, or dings, or anything. So we will just go ahead and put those ones in, and then this one can go into bulk. But then, like said, as you saw, we've got number 12 missing here, so we can look to our checklist and we can see we've got Turtwig, Grottle, and then number 12, the Torterra. EX is the one that we are missing, so that is where my sticky notes come in. Whatever color, it really does not matter. We're just going to go ahead and write the card that is missing here. Oh my god, I'm already screwing up. Terra EX. If anything, this will humble you, this experience of doing sticky notes. You'll find out how many Pokemon you don't actually know their name, and you don't actually know how to spell it. I mean, that was a Torterra? No, Torterra. EX, and this is number 12. I do add in the number as well. Wow, that's the worst my handwriting has ever looked. really doesn't matter. But I add in the number because there are plenty of times, trust me, where, you know, I'm doing a collective unboxing or something and I've been opening a bunch of different sets, and somehow, you know, like a Torterra EX will be in another set as well as Temporal Forces. And I opened up both of those sets, so I've got this Torterra. I thought it was from Temporal Forces, or somehow it just got mixed in, and then I go to put it in here and I see, hey, this Torterra EX is actually number 15. This says it's supposed to be number 12, and then I can look and see, like said, with these cards, nice and handy. They've got the set name or symbol like it used to in Sword and Shield and prior, and then, you know, I can see that I was putting it in the wrong set. So that's the reason why I do that. That is how I do this. Usually it takes me an hour or two. I've usually just got on TV and I just kind of meditate, chill out, zen here and do this. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, the most fun part is the results. So I will do a nice speed through here for you guys, and you will get to see those results in just a couple minutes. I hope you enjoy. Alright, voila! So, this last part of the binder definitely takes the most time because I'm missing the most cards. And it's definitely taking me time with the new Scarlet and Violet sets to figure out the new naming systems of everything. I'm used to writing down, you know, gold instead of HR for hyper rare, but, you know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You label it how you're gonna know what these things are. We will go back and show you things, you know, what the whole binder looks like in a second. However, it is time to get working on these reverse holos here. Milo just woke up from his nap, I'm sorry. So everyone does their reverse holos differently. You know, I'm sure there are some people that don't even put them in their binder. I'm sure there are people that would start these right away, you know, after here. For whatever reason, I don't like that. I like to flip to a new page. Or else, you know, I know some people put the reverse holo on top of the normal card. I personally don't like that because, you know, these look so different with the reverse holo on it. I like to be able to showcase both. So I put all of my reverse holos at the back of my binder. And the only thing you have to keep in mind is just which cards don't come in a reverse holo form. So we're talking like your EX cards, mainly, you know, and then your illustration rares and that sort of a thing, and your ultra rares, all of that. So it's merely a matter of being mindful. So once again, you know, you can bring out your checklist. I certainly do because I don't have these things all memorized, but starting off with Scyther, number 1 in the set, we will go ahead and slide you on in. We've got number 2, Pineco. We have got number 3. Well, we don't got number 3, but number 3 does exist, so we will leave a space for C-Dot, and then we can move on into Nuzleaf, moving into Shiftry, leaving a space for Shroomish, Breloom, Rosalia, Roserade. We have Turtwig, Grottle can go on in, and then like I said, we just need to keep in mind that this Torterra EX does not come in a reverse holo form, so we do not need to save a space for that one. Shaman will be the next card here that will come in a reverse holo. As you can see, it does exist, so we will just go ahead and put that where normally the Torterra EX would go. So that's all, and then you can continue on as you do, and that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of these reverses, and then I will show you the whole binder. Alrighty, there we go. So as you may or may not be able to tell, I've added in one extra sheet here to the binder because even though, I got lucky, it's really not that big of a deal, but I ended on Heavy Baton. That was my last reverse that I had. However, there's a handful more reverse trainers here that wouldn't fit in the binder otherwise, so I just have these loose black sleeves to match the binder, and I just stick it in the back there. It's really not that big of a deal, but you can see, I think this is the luckiest after a booster box that I've ever been in not doubling up. I don't think on any reverse holos. Usually it looks a lot more sparse than this, I would say, but I am very happy. I mean, to almost have a full page here, like that's pretty incredible after a booster box, I'm not gonna lie. But I do enjoy filling in the reverse section of my binder. It's not like something I feel like I need to do, with buying singles and stuff, at least unless I want a master set, like with sets like 151 or something. But here, it's just kind of fun to see which ones I was able to pull. So that stays in the back, and then like I said, we have got the main portion of the set up front, with the back looking the saddest. All of these ultra rares and hyper rares and all of the illustrations and special illustrations and stuff. It's definitely the hardest part to fill in of the binder in terms of pulling them from packs. But, I got very lucky with some of the cards that I pulled out of my first booster box of this set. I shouldn't say first, it's the only booster box I'll open of this set. But, things look pretty good. We're mostly missing EX cards, but there are some random uncommons and stuff that I usually end up missing after opening a booster box. But you can see, you do get a pretty good amount. I mean, we filled in 2 full pages, that's pretty good. To be honest, that rarely ever happens. Usually there's an EX or 2, but either way, very exciting. And now you guys can see the joy of adding in new stuff. I just have the new cards that I was able to pull out of the 3-pack blisters and then the single check lane blisters. I got some hits, mainly from the back part of the binder. It'd be nice if I had pulled an EX or something, but considering I opened, 8 packs of cards, like this is kind of par the course there. So we will just go ahead and go back into the trainer section where we'll be able to add this ace spec card. Ooh, to finish off this page, that's exciting. I love the way these ace specs look in here. And then the satisfaction of pulling off the sticky note. I'm telling you guys, it makes organizing so nice and easy. You don't have to whip out a checklist or anything. I mean, I know you can look at the numbers, but this just makes it so much more readily there and available. And I don't know, it just feels good to throw these in the recycling bin at the end of the day when you're done doing the binder, and it just, kind of tells you, because otherwise it's like, if you're just looking at the binder like, cool, I know that 152 and 153 are missing, but which cards are they? Ah, they're these ones. I didn't have to go to a checklist, and that's nice for me. So, next up, we were able to get the adorable Deerling. I got so lucky, you guys. My 2 single check lane blisters, one of them had this Deerling and the other one had this Cutie Fly. That is insane. And then out of my 2 3-pack blisters, obviously I didn't get anything. I mean, I got the one ace spec card that we added in, but either way, I got very, very lucky with those single packs. So Deerling, we can take you off. We also, turning the page, we're able to get, like I said, this cutie fly, which is just beautiful. I mean, truly, that is gorgeous. So happy to have pulled that and to be adding that to the binder here. And then we just get to go ahead and add in the reverses. With any of the sleeved cards, like I said, I do put up to 2 in a slot, so we can add in that Pineco, we can add in this Grottle. I mean, this is what I'm more used to when it comes to adding in the reverse rares. I feel like I get so many doubles, but either way, oh boy. Okay, so number 19, Delmise. And here's where it would be nice to have the sticky notes here. I just get so lazy at this point that I just don't feel like it. So that's why I keep this checklist in my binders, just to keep it readily available for me. But, okay, what had we ended this page with? The Delmise. So Bramblin, Bramblegast, and then Relor goes right here. Got Robska, you can go right there. Ponyta, look at that, 3 in a row. Got Carvana, Keldeo, Frostmoth, another Wiglet. Close to a full page there, that's exciting. Getting ahead of myself. Extra close to a full page there. Balafin as well. And then moving on into the Metal Energy Pokemon. We've got another Fortress that we can add in. And then for normal Pokemon, we can add in the beautiful Hoot Hoot. I love that artwork. And then trainers, we have got a Perilous Jungle. Let's see, 151, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, so we can add that in. So there you go, you guys. That is my binder after one booster box and also a handful of random blister packs, or blister, you get what I'm saying? There you go, with a few additions to my booster box. It looks pretty good. Like I said, we're mainly missing above holos at this point, but that's okay. You know, it is nice to have the cards to be hunting for, and it is also nice to just be able to look through my binder and see how much we were able to get so far. You know, it's a fun journey to look back on, and also the memories, you know, how long it takes to pull certain cards. I certainly have sets where I've pulled almost every single ultra rare and full art, and yet can't pull an uncommon or can't pull a holo. I'm telling you, it's awful. But it happens, it makes memories, and that is this binder, complete for now and ready to hold new memories in the future. Yay! And ta-da! That is that. Temporal Forces. Yay! Did we enjoy it? Did you guys like seeing the binder get put together? How's my binder doing? I think it looks pretty decent. Obviously, you know, those last pages leave a lot to be desired here, but that's kind of how any set goes after opening up just a booster box or so. So you guys can certainly let me know any tips or tricks that you have below, any changes you want to see to these videos if they're starting to get repetitive for you, or if you still enjoy them just the way they are. I mean, truly, just let me know things down below. I would love to hear your feedback. You can also just let me know how you're doing with this set. Are you ready to move on to the next set already? Or do you love this one? And just let me know all of the things, your chase cards, all of that in the comments down below. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe by tippity-tapping that notification bell down below and becoming a member of my casserole family, be it here on this channel or my main channel. I'd love to have you here, there, and everywhere. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!